Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. I'm Kerry. Today I'll be showing you how to crochet a heart. When crocheted using 8-ply yarn and a 3mm hook, this one, the size is 6.5 centimeters by 5.5 centimeters or 2.5 inches by 2.25 inches. The medium heart crocheted using 4-ply crochet cotton and a 1.5mm hook is 4.5 centimeters by 4 centimeters or 1 3/4 inches by 1.5 inches. The small heart crocheted using 2-ply crochet cotton and a 1mm hook is 3.5 centimeters by 3 centimeters or 1.5 inches by 1 1/4 inches. I've been making the hearts in very fine cotton and adding them to a towel for a charity group I've been attending. I'll be using Catona cotton today. I've got 115 hot red and I've got scissors, a darning needle to weave in the ends and a 2.5mm crochet hook. Now I'm going to start towards the bottom of the heart there, work up to the top and then do the bottom and the neatening row. So I start with 6 chain. For row 1, I work 2 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. A single crochet is a double crochet using UK terms. For a single crochet, put your hook into the stitch, the second from the hook, and bring through a loop. Put the yarn around the hook and take the hook with this yarn at the end through both loops. We need one more single crochet in that same stitch. Then 1 single crochet in each stitch to the last stitch. And work 2 single crochet in the last stitch. For row 2, we start with 1 chain and turn our work. We work 2 single crochet into the first stitch. Then we're going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch to the last stitch. We'll work 2 single crochet in the last stitch and we'll have 9 stitches. So after our 2 single crochet in the first stitch, work 1 single crochet in each stitch to the last stitch. And work 2 single crochet in the last stitch. For row 3, we start with 2 chain and turn our work. We're going to work 2 half double crochet in the first stitch. A half double crochet is a half treble using UK terms. For a half double crochet, put the yarn around the hook, hook into the stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with this yarn at the end through all the loops. We need 1 more half double crochet in that first stitch. Then we're going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch to the last stitch. We'll work 2 half double crochet in the last stitch and we'll have 11 stitches. So after our 2 half double crochet in the first stitch, work 1 single crochet in each stitch to the last stitch. And work 2 half double crochet in the last stitch. For row 4, we start with 1 chain and turn and work 1 single crochet in each of the 11 stitches. Now row 5 is the shaping for the top. So we start with 4 chain and turn our work. We're going to work a joined treble over the first 2 stitches. A treble is a double treble using UK terms. For a joined treble we put the yarn around the hook twice, hook into the stitch and bring up a loop. Then we put the yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops, yarn around the hook, hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops. We've got 2 loops left, then we put the yarn around the hook twice, hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop, then yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops, yarn around the hook, hook with the yarn at the end through 2 more loops. We have 3 loops left, then we put the yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through the 3 loops. Then we work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. A double crochet is a treble using UK terms. For a double crochet, put the yarn around the hook, hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops, then yarn around the hook, hook with the yarn at the end through the remaining loops. Then we work 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. We work a single crochet in the following stitch and we slip stitch in the next stitch. For a slip stitch, put your hook into the stitch, bring through a loop and take it straight through the loop on the hook. Then work 1 single crochet in the next stitch, a half double crochet in the following stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, that's a treble using UK terms, and a joined treble over the last 2 stitches, the same as we worked at the beginning. And that's the top part of the heart done. We fasten off. Now for the bottom part of the heart, we turn our work around but not over, and we join in the back loop of the chain just next to our tail there. So this stitch here, and we work 3 chain. And we're going to work a joined double crochet over the next 4 stitches in the back loop of those 4 chain along the bottom. But I'm going to crochet over this tail and the tail I've just joined in, so I'll hold them against my work. So I put the yarn around the hook, hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with this yarn at the end through 2 loops. Then I put the yarn around the hook, hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops. I have 3 loops on the hook, then I put the yarn around the hook, hook into the following stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with this yarn at the end through 2 loops. Then yarn around the hook, hook into the last stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops. I've got 5 loops on the hook. I put the yarn around the hook and take my hook with the yarn at the end through all the loops. And that's the heart done except for the neatening row. Now for the neatening row we start with 1 chain and we're going to work a single crochet in each stitch right round the heart. So we find a suitable place to put our hook not too far from the edge. I'm going to work a single crochet in that top part there and then just down the side here. And I don't pull my work too tight. I want it to stay flat. Now I'm going to crochet over the top of these tails here. So I'm holding them against my work and crocheting over the top of them. It can be easier to use a finer hook for the neatening rows. At the sides here, where I've done the chain, I work into the chain, the sides of the chain, and I'm going to crochet over the top of this end as well. and I work a single crochet in the same stitch as the first single crochet, work one chain and slip stitch in the top of the first stitch and fasten off. I'll leave a bit of a longer tail. When I weave in the ends, I'll pull the middle down a bit, so I'll weave up the back and just weave back down, pulling the top part, middle part of the heart down a bit. So I'll weave in my ends and I'll be back and I'll show you the finished heart. And there's the finished heart. When made in Catona cotton, the size is 5 1/4 centimetres by 5 centimetres or 2 1/4 inches by 2 inches. If you've liked my video, please like, subscribe and share. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter. The details are in the description below, along with the details of my website where I have my patterns, the details of my Facebook group and the details of my Patreon. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.